What's up, YouTube? It's Goblinman, and today I want to talk about being short, specifically being a short man. So, being a short man, it has a lot of difficulties. It's hard. I mean, there are some benefits, I guess, but more often than not, I personally feel like the negatives outweigh the positives. So, I am 5'6", 5'6", that's my height. I'm just gonna stand up for you. 5'6" tall, and I mean, you might say, well, that's not that short. But actually, when I was a teen, when I was a kid, I used to be one of the shortest kids in my class. And I just want to tell you about my experiences back then and maybe experiences that I've had recently. So let's just get started. So, when I was a kid, in school, whatever, I was the shortest kid in my class. Like I said, I was a little gremlin. I was skinny, I was short, I was running around, I was very loud too. And people would, I wouldn't say that they would bully me, but I would get called short. They would say, oh, you're so short, you're the shortest person, and you're like a kid, stuff like that. And maybe some big kid would come and pick me up like this, as a joke. Although I guess maybe these things weren't like they maybe they didn't do it to hurt me. They probably just did this, as a joke. But still, it made me feel, like I was powerless, like I was weak, and that I wasn't like every other kid in my class. So, fast forward teenage years, and I got a little taller, but I was still below average. And people would tell me when they asked me, like when I was in sixth grade, they would think that I am in fourth grade or fifth grade, right? So they were like a little confused because I was shorter, slightly shorter than my peers. So there were moments like that when people would mistake my age, especially older people. Like older people, they'd see me how small I was, and they'd be like, "Oh, are you in third grade? Are you in fourth grade?" And I'm like, "No, I'm in sixth grade." Moments like that also, and especially with I remember with the girls, because girls they actually grow taller quicker than boys do, at least in teenage years, right? So girls were much taller than me. I was just a little gnome. I was a little dwarf, and then there were like these big ass girls, walking around, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like nobody. I'm like, how am I gonna find a girlfriend? You know. So I used to work out back then. I used to do calisthenics, pull ups, push ups, dips, all of that. And I was relatively muscular. Like I had a physique. I remember one time I was at the beach. I took off my shirt. And at the time, not right now, okay, not right now, but at the time when I was 14, 13, I had abs. Like I had like visible abs. And this girl, she ran up to me. She was like, "Oh, holy shit, holy shit!" And then when I was 14, 15, I also worked out. Um, I would, yeah, same thing. Do a lot of push-ups. I'd also lift rocks because there was like this lakeside area where I lived, this little lake, and I'd go there and I'd lift rocks up and down and curl them. So that's how I got a little muscular. But that didn't help me really because I saw other people. Right, this was when I was in eighth grade. I saw other people, and they were like so much bigger than me still. Like I'm talking about height and even their frame, like their bone structure. Like they had a much wider frame than me, and I guess that makes you feel a little. I don't want to say insignificant because that's not the right word to describe it. It makes you feel like like you're not complete. Like physically speaking, you're not complete. Like you should be more. Like you're makes you feel like that God took a human and he's like that. You know that you've been like shrunken down version of what a human should be. So years go by. Right now, I am 20 years old, and still, when I walk in the city, I'm not the shortest guy, but still, a lot of people are taller than me, and I'm walking about my little gnome ass, goblin ass, bitch ass. I'm walking about like that. And I try to be confident, but still, like when you have big ass niggas standing beside you, you're like, you're like, damn, how does it feel to be that big? How does it feel? Like imagine seeing the world from that perspective, where you're walking and like you see like all these people below you, like little kids, and you're like walking, and you're big. You have a big frame, thick bones, like so. It always surprises me when big people, when they have little confidence. It always surprises me how that works, because if you put me in that kind of body, like if you made me bigger right now, like that, I guarantee you, I'd be I'd be so confident, man. I'd feel like the Hulk or something. Um, so another thing is, because this is what a lot of people worry about, is women. So with women in particular, being short is a downside, because women don't like short guys. They feel like short guys can't protect them. Short guys are generally less attractive because we're smaller. Imagine like she's standing, she's looking straight, and she's got a whoop to look at your face, and that's. I guess they find that idea. I guess they just don't like it. Another thing is when you're short, and imagine you're a girl and you're walking around with a short guy, and all your other friends, all the other girls, they will probably laugh and giggle, whatever. So maybe they're afraid of that too. Um, but there is a biological reason for this, right? Because women automatically, I wouldn't say only the strongest, but they seek um, the most competent man, the most competent in like a it's like a spectrum, right? Attractiveness, strength, money, resources. But if it's a young women in particular, it's all about the attractiveness, and being short is less attractive. And I guess some women might not feel as safe with a shorter guys. So yeah. Um, Another thing I want to talk about are clothes. Because when you're short, because I had moments when I was a teen, whatever, because I was short and skinny, I'd have to go to the kids section to buy t-shirts, to buy fucking pants. Like pants that kids are supposed to wear from like 10-year-old kids. But I was a teen. I was 14 or something. I don't remember. And that was a little embarrassing, because I realized that the world wasn't society wasn't designed for people like me. Um, what I would personally recommend is, if you're a short guy, I think you should work out. You should get muscle max, not only because of women, or because of what do you call it, social reasons, to gain social points with people so they find you more strong, intimidating, attractive. No, do it for yourself, because that's what I always tell myself. Like, if you look in the mirror, and even if you're short, if you see that you're a muscular ass nigga, if you see those fucking abs popping out, you see those Arnold Schwarzenegger pecs, you see those muscles, those forearms, those veiny ass arms, bro, you'll feel good. You'll feel good. I tell you that, bro. You'll feel all pumped up and shit. So I guess that's all I have to say for this video. Hope you enjoy, guys. Have a good day. God bless you. Goblin Man out.